Back at Silver Dollar City for the Southern Gospel picnic, and it is 185 degrees today. Now, they don't have it turning right now, but it is ticking. A Time Traveler is the hardest ride to marathon in 100 degrees, just because of all the stairs. I'm usually okay with going up and down those stairs over and over, but in 100 degrees, oh boy. But this is air conditioned, downstairs and the middle one. The station is not. So there is just nobody riding rides today, hardly anyone. It is crazy. I definitely have never seen it like this. Had very short waits, walk-ons, but never anything like this. So I'm at 6 rides. I could easily do more if I could handle the stairs in 100 degrees better. But it's been pretty quiet over here at Time Traveler, but this is a little ridiculous. This is several minutes now. Nobody has come up. No grouper. Saturday evening, the last hour of operations, and Time Traveler is a walk-on. It is crazy just how many times I have come across this ride as a walk-on. There's not even any grouper downstairs. That's why this is my most ridden coaster on the year. It was before Twisted Timbers and Intimidator 305 passed it with just the 3 days at that park. So it's taken me 7 days at the park to get up to now 41 rides on the year. And this and Outlaw Run are both closing in on 100 lifetime rides, so they will almost certainly pass 100 by the end of the year, because I got one more trip planned. So just like with Twisted Timbers and I-305, wondering which one would reach 100 first, I'm wondering between Outlaw Run and Time Traveler. It does help with the Southern Gospel Festival that a lot of people have already gone into the Echo Hollow Amphitheater for that show that takes place after hours. So my 3rd day here this weekend. I parked at stop 2. The bus had just started loading when I decided to put air in my tires, and 3 of my tires were a couple pounds low, so I put air in the tires, and I decided to not get on the bus even though it was still loading, even after putting air in the tires with a portable unit. And here's the bus. I walked. I put air in my tires and I walked. They started loading before I started all that, and I still beat it here. That bus takes forever, or all the buses take forever. So just walk, especially if you're at stop 2, because it's not that far. It looks a lot further than it is. Didn't do a whole lot of riding, except on Time Traveler. Did 5 on Wildfire, 3 on Powder Keg, 5 on Outlaw Run. Probably could have done more on Outlaw Run. Line wasn't terrible, but it is slower than, it seems like, every other ride. But that's it from Silver Dollar City during the Southern Gospel picnic. Now time to flash forward to Old Time Christmas. Back at Silver Dollar City, of course, for their Christmas time. This one's open up, but there's hardly anyone in here. Yep, that's more like it. So here on Friday night, it's about a 10-minute wait for Time Traveler. And kind of got lucky. They are doing the grouping because there is enough of a line to do grouping. And I got row 7 and then row 8 twice. And right now, Time Traveler is actually closing in on Outlaw Run for my lifetime ride count. It's just that Time Traveler is so much more re-rideable than Outlaw Run. I don't know how I did so many on Outlaw Run last year. I love it, but man, it gets to you after a while. It's getting to me after just a couple rides this year. I can only handle about 2-3 a day on it, but Time Traveler, I can just keep doing it all day long if the line would allow me to. And if I didn't want to do other things, of course. Would like to stay here and just keep riding this, but gotta get an Outlaw Run night ride too. But I probably will only do 1 ride on it. I've done it twice earlier today.
Release the coils and the time machine will be ready to go.
We've done it, Emmeline.
And with 3 rides this morning, my lifetime ride count on Time Traveler is 98, the exact amount I have on Outlaw Run. So they are tied. I have a feeling that whichever one reaches 100 first, I'm going to end up with more lifetime rides on Time Traveler. It's just so re-rideable. And it's so much fun. I still think I like Outlaw Run more, but it's easier to get a whole lot of laps on this. So that was my 100th lifetime ride on Time Traveler. I reached 100 rides on Time Traveler before getting 100 on Outlaw Run. I'm still at 98 on Outlaw Run. Crazy thing is that coming into this year, Outlaw Run was about 20 rides ahead of Time Traveler. That was my 5th ride today. It was in the back row. Just the way I love it. Row 7 or row 8 is pretty much equally good because it is in the same car. And I got lucky with that because they are still doing assigned seating. It's Saturday, it's busy, so of course they're doing assigned seating. So Time Traveler becomes my 11th coaster to reach 100 lifetime rides on. And 6 of those I reached 100 this year. New Year's Day, I got to 100 on New Texas Giant. And then in April, I got to 100 on the Over Texas version of Mr. Freeze. Then on the same day, within a couple hours, I got both Twisted Timbers and Intimidator 305 up to 100 rides. And then in October, got to 100 on Titan. And now here in November, 100 on Time Traveler. And late last year, I picked up 3 different coasters down in Florida, reaching 100 on Iron Gwazi, Kumba, and Mako. And the first 2 that I had reached 100 rides on, which were Iron Rattler and Prowler, are both over 200 rides now. Time Traveler, despite a small train with only 16 passengers per train and 2 trains running, they keep that line moving so good. I don't know how they do it. On such a busy day, maybe the busiest I've ever seen Silver Dollar City, Time Traveler's like 40, 45 minutes. A day like this at Cedar Point, Time Traveler would be 4 hours if this were there. Fire in the hole.
Later, wise men from the east came saying, "Where is he who has been born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east and have come to worship him." We received the greatest gift of all, the gift of life everlasting. I'd like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas, and may the good Lord bless you. Merry Christmas, folks.
Only my camera could pick that up. Ah, that was perfect. So 3.5 hours after getting my 100th lifetime ride on Time Traveler in the back row, I got my 100th lifetime ride on Outlaw Run in the front row on a night ride. Now normally I prefer row 11 on Outlaw Run, but for a night ride I prefer the front row because you just cannot see anything. As you plunge into that abyss, you don't even see the front of the train in front of you because you are the front of the train. So this is the 12th coaster that I have reached 100 lifetime rides on. and the second time this year that I've reached 100 lifetime rides on 2 different coasters in the same day. Did Twisted Timbers and Intimidator 305 within about 2 hours, and these within about 3.5 hours. So I ended my night here with 3 night rides on Time Traveler in the last 20 minutes, basically. Me and another guy, we were able to jump back in the queue just in time. Definitely not the last time I've ended a day with Time Traveler. That's been quite common for me, especially since that line disappears, or most nights, that line disappears the last hour, and it did here tonight too. Even on a Saturday, and an extremely busy Saturday, there was no line for Time Traveler at the end. Now, I can't promise that that'll be the case for you on a Saturday, especially not one of these late night Saturdays. Maybe it helped that it was a little chilly. Some people, probably a lot of people, left early. This section of Silver Dollar City cannot be beat by any amusement park with the lights that they do here. Unfortunately, I have to get back to work, so about to head out. I might be back before the end of the year, not sure yet. Got a couple weekends with hotels booked. I'll have to see what the weather looks like on those weekends and if I'm feeling up to it. But I cannot recommend this park enough, and just be prepared for big crowds, especially if you come on the weekends. To get into the shows, you gotta show up early to the shows. This is not a park that you can just show up for the shows 5 minutes before they start and expect to get in. They fill up. And of course, for coaster enthusiasts, got 4 great coasters here. Night rides on all of them are great. I work an overnight shift, and I'm working tonight, so I'm gonna have about 1 hour to spare. I'm cutting it close, but it's worth it for this park.